those affirmations then fall into your past. But if you keep saying it, you keep bringing your present back. Now, here's the effect that that has, is that your mind and your mind body have a habit, they're an addicted habit of going back and looking at the past and reliving your story. But when you say, I'm right here, right now, what happens is that as you go to each second, each instant, you keep being right here, right now. And you don't go back into the past. You keep being right here, right now. And so one of the, and if you'll all listen to this, here's an example of that there's only now. This is an example that there's only now. Because I'm going to say this. Now listen to me. It's now. This is now. Is it still now?
No.
How about now? Is it still now?
No.
Where is it if it's not now?
Then.
Is it here and now? Right now?
Yeah.
Is it still right here and right now?
Yeah.
See, it feeds into the past, but I'm holding myself. I'm not getting washed away by these waves of past, and I'm not getting sucked in by the waves of future. I'm standing solidly. I'm right here, right now. And after you do that for a while, my dear friends, all of eternity becomes right here, right now. All of it becomes right here, right now.
Okay.
Stay with it. It'll come so clear to you. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you asking.
Once again, put up your hand if you'd like to speak. Well, there we go, Adriana.
And sorry, I haven't really thought about the question, but it was, maybe it'll come right now when I say it. Just this thought came to mind, and it's a bit related to the question that was just asked. I just finished the book, Atomic Habits. It's all about building these habits, routines, so that you do so much of the stuff, by habit, that your energy, brain and energy in the body is released to focus on the right decisions and the right things. So it almost, it was very clear to me the value of building good habits and creating an extraordinary life. And then at the same time comes Joe Dispenza and is saying, look at how much you are living in the past. You get up and do the same thing, put the coffee there, etc. And this other book is so much about automation. I probably didn't say that word right.
That's all right.
Compared to that. So I wonder, how do you bring those into balance? Because it's true that what we want is to, not every day be thinking about what I'm going to wear or eat, but if you can make decisions about those things and have a clear vision of the future and how you'll get there. But, it's through many repetitive steps. So I wonder what the balance can be there with Joe. And
so what we're learning in this class is that the repetitive step is to constantly focus on where we are at this moment. So for instance, where you're sitting right now, in the room you're sitting in, if you can feel your presence and the presence of the room around you. Is there anyone else in the room with you? So you can feel the presence of the room around you. You can feel the preciousness of the space around you. You can feel the energy in your body. You can feel the blessedness of your mind. You can feel your gentle heart beating in your chest. And you can feel that, and that's being right here, right now. Now, let's say that we went to the Empire State Building as an example. Let's say that there's a bunch of telescopes all the way around the railing, and you can look through any telescope you want. This telescope is in this part of your past, and this is on this part of the sun. This part is on your third. This is what the future might be. This is what the future could be. This is what it looks like it's coming. And you're looking through all of these different telescopes. And there's one telescope that you look through that sees only you, right here, right now. And when you look through that telescope, you become empowered. Any other telescope you look through, you're not empowered. But when you look through the telescope that looks only at you, you become empowered. Thank you. Thank you, Adriana. Okay, my dears, we're going to wrap it up. I just want to talk to you for a minute, though, about
Bob, we have two quick questions outstanding.
Okay.
So, Joanne, did you want to go?
I asked my question.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking
That's
at your
okay.
note in chat. So then
Oh, that's okay.
we're going straight over to Margaret.
Okay. So hi, Bob.
Hi,
My
Margaret.
question relates to something you said about 5 minutes ago, which was, if we can continue to say, I'm right
Where is he?
here, I'm right now. And you said if we
I
can.
don't have
do
it,
that-
Ryan.
Sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
You said if we can say that and say it and say it and mean it, then you said something about eternity being available to us now, and I didn't know if you were speaking really in kind of symbolism or if what you meant by that.
When when you look through the prism of right here, right now, when you look through that prism, then your vision goes like this into eternity. If you look anywhere else, you only see that thing. You see the past, you see this incident, you see the future, you see maybe this. But when you look from right here, right now, you see into eternity. You
But
see
do you
all
mean
time.
that literally? I don't quite understand. Do you mean it literally?
Literally. I don't mean with your eyes, but with you behold all of eternity.
Okay.
You know in your heart of hearts that time and space and distance are all the same thing, and that they are all right here, right now, and that you live forever. You know that. You know that. You see that. You see it as clearly as you can see your hand. You see it. You know it. If you can get to the place where you're right here, right now.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Bob.
Ryan, do you still have a question?
Yeah, just quickly, just wondering Bob's thoughts on, I've had a couple significant losses this year, death of a family member and a ending of a significant relationship. And so in terms of a period of grieving, grief really has a way of pulling you back into the past and going over what was. And so just finding the balance between being here right now with, I guess, those the feelings of grief and depression and loss, and then also trying to use these tools to elevate, which I've been successful at elevating my emotions to a higher state, looking forward. But then, wake up the next morning and it's all kind of back again. So, any thoughts on navigating a period of grief?
Sure, Ryan. So here's the thing: is that you lost a relationship and you lost loved ones, and certainly you're feeling grief. I feel for you. In my heart, I feel for you. And here's what we must do then. And it's difficult. As I was saying earlier in the program, it's difficult. But you have to stand in the wind. You have to lean into the wind. You can't let it blow you around. And that's how you become stronger. So in your grief, I'm not saying don't grieve. Definitely grieve. Definitely feel your pain. But don't resist it. And don't justify it with stories. It doesn't matter what happened. It only matters that you hurt. Don't justify it. Don't go back and say, oh, but if only. Don't do that. Own your grief, own your pain right here, right now, and see if you can wrap a bit of joy around that pain. But keep it right here, right now. And I promise you, it will turn out to be a blessing, and that it will strengthen you. It will make you so much stronger and so much more flexible for events that might come in your future. I think you're heroic. I do. I think you're heroic. Not only have you gone through that pain, but here you are in the class. I think you're heroic. Stand into the wind. Feel your pain. Don't resist it. Feel it. Feel your grief. But don't justify it by going into the past and telling stories to yourself. Just feel the pain. The rest of it's not real. Thank you, Ryan.
Yeah, thank you.
So what I wanted to say finally is this. I want you to think very carefully about who you associate with. And I'm not telling you to get rid of your old friends. I'm telling you that you need to be with people who support you and who support your mission. Randy, can I see that last slide, please? Is it not available?
One second, Bob. It's almost here.
Okay, all right.
Okay, here we go.
This is what I'm talking about. You see how the atoms on the left-hand side are bonded into a molecule? And you know that to break that molecule apart, to send those atoms each way, takes an incredible amount of energy. Now, they're held together by an electromagnetic force. The people over on the right side, they have the same emotions and the same energy, and they're sharing the same thoughts and the same information, and they're bonded together by that. And you have to be careful on how you bond. You don't want to bond with victim stories. You don't want to bond with sad stories. You don't want to bond with sad emotions, with broken down emotions, with I can't do it. No one's ever understood me. Nothing ever works out for me. You can't get into those situations. You need to form that bond, that beautiful, delicate, divine bond with people who, like you, are growing, are looking forward and looking outward toward life. So your homework, read chapter 3 and integrate its message. I just want to tell you that I am so proud of you. God, this is such fun for me to teach you. It's such fun because you're all so right at the front of the class. I'm so proud of you, and I'm so excited and feel so honored that you've allowed me to be your instructor. Thank you, thank you.